Martell's custody takeover plan has failed, and Melody is standing stronger than ever because she refuses to lose her children. From the very beginning, it was clear that Martell's move was not about love, not about protecting the children, and not even about wanting to create a better environment for them. Instead, it was about power. It was about control. And when a plan is built on the wrong motives, it usually collapses. That is exactly what happened here. Melody has been through storms before, but this time, the storm came with legal papers and court dates. When Martell decided to file for full custody, many people could see right through it. It was not a natural step for a father who had been peacefully co-parenting. It was not a move that came from a place of true concern. It was a move that looked like punishment. Punishment for a woman who finally walked away from his chaos. Punishment for a woman who refused to bend anymore. And punishment for a woman who finally discovered her peace. What makes this entire story so powerful is the way Melody responded. She did not crumble. She did not scream to the world about being a victim. She did not waste time throwing shade online. Instead, she stood tall. She continued to show up for her children every single day, proving that her love is steady, her presence is strong, and her parenting is consistent. Judges notice that kind of consistency. Fans notice that kind of consistency. And most importantly, the children notice it. Every smile on their faces, every laugh in their home videos, and every moment of joy that she shares with them reflects something real. It is not staged, it is not filtered, and it is not an act. It is the life of a mother who puts her children first no matter what. And when a custody battle is happening, authenticity like that speaks louder than any courtroom argument. Martell's plan backfired because people could see the motive behind it. Filing for full custody out of nowhere, especially after a messy breakup and years of public drama, did not look like the action of a concerned father. It looked like a control play. And when a man tries to weaponize the legal system against the mother of his children, the truth almost always finds a way to come out. In this case, the truth was clear. Melody is the steady parent, the safe parent, and the one building a healthy environment for the kids. Meanwhile, Martell's world continues to look unstable. His attempt to paint himself as the strong, protective father crumbled when fans, and even the courts, began to notice that his actions did not line up with his claims. He tried to act like he was the victim, but the receipts were already out there. The public has seen the history. They know about the infidelity, the drama, and the chaos that surrounded him. He may have thought that people would rally behind him, but instead, most people saw his custody filing for what it really was, an ego move. And then there is the Aryan factor. Every time Martell tries to create a perfect family image with her, it flops. People do not forget how it all started. They remember the cheating. They remember the lies. They remember the disrespect. So when Martell posts pictures or tries to reshape the story into one of love and unity, the audience does not buy it. Instead of admiration, it brings side eyes, shade, and more questions about his judgment. While Martell and Aryan seem trapped in a cycle of performing for social media, Melody has no need to perform at all. Her life is her testimony. Her work speaks for itself. Her peace speaks for itself. And her children's joy speaks the loudest. She does not have to say she is winning. She does not have to prove anything. The glow on her face, the calm in her presence, and the consistency in her actions are enough proof that she is living in strength and stability. What makes Melody's side of this story so inspiring is how she chose to rise above the noise. Many people in her position would have clapped back loudly. They would have dragged their ex in interviews, blasted them online, or shouted their innocence to the world. Melody did not do that. Instead, she let her actions and her lifestyle tell the story. She stayed focused on her children, on her brand, and on her healing. And that quiet power hit harder than any loud declaration ever could. Martell thought that by going after custody, he could shake her. He thought he could pull her into another round of chaos where he held the power. But instead, it did the opposite. It revealed him, and it elevated her. It showed the world the difference between someone chasing control and someone building peace. It exposed his ego, and it magnified her growth. And as the weeks passed, the difference became even more clear. Martell's public image began to look more and more like damage control, while Melody's life began to look more and more like a success story. He tried to spin narratives, but fans were no longer falling for it. Meanwhile, she kept showing up with her kids, laughing in the car, cheering at their events, and dancing in the kitchen. The contrast could not be ignored. This is not just about a custody case anymore. This is about a bigger story of growth, healing, and resilience. It is about a woman who walked away from betrayal and built something beautiful from the ground up. It is about a mother who refused to let pain define her and instead turned that pain into power. And it is about the way truth always rises, no matter how much someone tries to bury it under lies and appearances. The way Melody has handled herself shows that her focus is not only on winning in court but also on winning in life. She has managed to rebuild her personal peace while also strengthening her professional brand. Through all of this, she has kept her dignity. She did not need to stoop low, she did not need to expose every detail, and she did not need to seek pity. She carried herself with grace, and that grace has spoken louder than anything Martell has tried to do against her. Her children are watching, and that is the most important part. They are seeing a mother who does not break under pressure, a mother who chooses peace over chaos, and a mother who values stability over drama. That example will stay with them for life. They will remember who held it together when everything around them was trying to fall apart. They will remember who kept their home filled with laughter instead of arguments. And they will remember who stood tall no matter how heavy the fight became. Martell may have thought that this custody battle would be his chance to win back control, but instead, it has turned into a lesson for him. A lesson that control built on ego will never win over love built on consistency. A lesson that appearances cannot outshine reality. And a lesson that the truth about parenting is not found in court filings but in the everyday actions of showing up, caring, and nurturing. As for Melody, this chapter of her life proves once again that she is a survivor. She has faced betrayal, heartbreak, public humiliation, and legal challenges, but each time, she rises stronger. This custody battle could have broken her, but instead, it built her. It gave her another chance to show the world the strength of a mother's love. It gave her another chance to silence the doubts. And it gave her another chance to stand in her truth without fear. In the end, Martell's failed custody takeover has done something unexpected. It has pushed Melody even further into her season of growth. It has reminded her fans why they admire her. And it has proven that when your foundation is built on truth, no storm can take you down. Melody is standing tall, not just as a mother, not just as a reality star, but as a woman who knows her worth and refuses to let anyone take it away. This story is far from over, but one thing is clear. Melody is not losing her children, and she is not losing her peace. If anything, she has gained more strength, more clarity, and more support than ever before. Martell may have thought he was setting a trap, but instead, he ended up exposing himself. And through it all, Melody continues to shine, proving that real power comes not from control, but from love, resilience, and authenticity.